Hopefully this is working. Let me make sure. Cause on the first live, I thought I had audio, and that's my fault. I should have checked. On the first live. Yeah, it's my fault. I should have checked. Cause I had a little microphone plugged in, and normally when you plug it in, it just goes in, and it's pretty much set. But that's my fault, brothers. That's my fault. So I know for next time when I come out here or whenever I'm using my microphone or whatever, because I got it for clear audio, but the first part of this camp lesson, apparently it didn't record any audio. So I was out there for like an hour or so just speaking, But of course the scriptures say, hey, prophesied unto the wind. So whoever was out here that was listening, they was meant to hear it. But, on the first part, it picked up no audio. But the water to that brother, I believe it was Shalom King, right? It Shalom Malak, right? Which that would be in the Hebrew, Shalom Malak, right? The water to you, brother. I'm kind of pissed, kind of not. At the end of the day, it is what it is. At least it's working now. At least the audio is working now. I was reading in Joel 3 about the valley of Yehoshaphat, right? And matter of fact, before I even get into that, I'm gonna go back to some of these articles that I had. Pretty much, I'm gonna just go ahead and reread them, because these are the times that we coming into, and make sure that you're doing the work as you should, make your call and election sure as you should, right? Because pretty much, it's coming down to the wire, right? If you out here playing around, you're not making your call and election sure, you just, doing whatever, it's not going to be pretty for you, man. For all those men that dropped out of this truth, right? This part, what we doing right now, what we doing right now is the easy part. And you falling out now, what you going to do when Jacob's trouble pops off? That's the easy part. That's another thing I was going into in the first part of this camp lesson, right? Because you had that Jake that said, which is bugged out. You had that Jake that said, we ain't gonna go through Jacob's trouble. The Lord ain't gonna do that to us. We already been in Jacob's trouble, right? You already been through all these troubles in life. Well, that's a very powerful statement, man, right? That's a very powerful statement, right? As I said last, Jezreel waxed fat. What that mean? When we had the kingdom, we may have served the Lord for a little minute, but then we started to go off. We started to do our own thing. And so guess what? The Lord had to jack us up. The Lord had to get us in order, right? The Lord had to get us in order. We went into captivity over captivity. Go into the history, captivity over captivity. The Lord will raise up a judge. Jake will follow the Lord for a little second, and then he'll go back to serving these other guys in Winter Stone. Go right back to captivity again. Raise up another judge, savior. Jake will do what they were supposed to do. They cry to the Lord, make supplication unto the Lord. And guess what? Just like anybody, and especially the Lord will get tired of that, right? The Lord will get tired of that. So now in this generation, right, make sure you make your call and election sure as you should. Because the Lord ain't playing that game with you, man, right? At the end of the day, the elect is called to be the elect from the foundation of the earth. So, what we doing out here on the highways and byways and preaching his word, this is what the elect is supposed to be doing. But you just blatantly saying, the Lord ain't going to bring it. Hey, you got a rude awakening coming unto you, right? You got a rude awakening coming up to you right now. Northern Kingdom is getting it. You got some of the other nations as well. But for the most part, it's Northern Kingdom. It's not the Edomites. As the scriptures say, they're not in trouble as the other men, right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, okay? They're not being deported, but Northern Kingdom is right now. Northern Kingdom's getting jacked up right now. Northern Kingdom's afraid and scared of their life right now. But that's going to cross over to Southern Kingdom. Southern Kingdom's going to be scared and afraid, right? Hey, that's what's going to happen, man. But guess what? The elect is going to have a different countenance, a different spirit upon them. We expect for these times to come. You see that Jake that's saying that the Lord ain't going to bring us into Jacob's trouble? You have a rude awakening coming unto you. We expect these times to come, right? And some of the brothers are going to be so protected that they don't have to worry about them, man, right? They don't even have to worry about not even one hair on their head being touched. That's how some brothers are going to be protected. And you got to have faith and belief in that, right? So the Lord ain't just going to give you the kingdom of heaven. You got to work for it. You got to examine yourself whether you be of the truth or not, right? So I'm going to read this again. President Trump just issued an executive order giving government agencies 60 days to present a plan to take additional measures to curb or combat anti-Sem, namely criticisms against Amalek. I'm gonna say it like that, right? Because Amalek, which goes to show you a big baby. You want yes man. You want to be praised at all times, right? A real man doesn't have yes men around him, right? Because you have yes men around you. That means you a big baby. That means you can't take correction, right? You can't take criticism. And when you take correction and criticism, you can reflect and build yourself up to be a better person, right? Amalek doesn't want that. He's perfect in his own eyes. What the Lord said, pride was not made for men, right? He's very prideful. He doesn't even want his own brothers talking about him, man. He doesn't even want his own brothers. Hey, best believe you had a whole bunch of his own people, right? The other tribes of Esau, Edom, that put their trust in the Fanta regime, right? And they're going to have to find out the hard way that they're going to be jacked up as well. It's going to be E versus E. What I'm reading right here, this doesn't just go to us out here on the highways and byways. That goes for E versus E, man. Because you got sick of his own brothers that hate him, man. Right? He hated his own brothers, man. Get this right here. Trump will deport everyone who's against Amalek's supremacy and the U.S. Trump set to sign order instructing federal agencies to combat anti-Sem, which may include deporting anti-Amalek activists, right? So whether that means, they actually deport you, they just like, hey, nigga, get the heck up out of here. Or as you read in the scriptures in Revelation 2 and verse 20, which I'll go ahead and read that. It's Revelation 2 and verse 10, Slakia. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life, right? So those 10 days can be actually 10 days. It just means a completion of time, however long of duration that the Lord sees fit, and if you have to die for this truth, you have to die for this truth, but you're still going to have your foot on your enemy's neck. You're still going to be the first fruits of the kingdom, right? Or if the Lord sees fit, he sends an angel or gives you that spiritual power to break out, right? These things may come to pass, but you have to endure what you have to endure. Once again, that Jacob, just in his own spirit, in his own mindset, thinking that Jacob's trouble ain't going to happen, you're going to have to learn the hard way. Right now, Northern Kingdom is getting jacked up, but the rest of our people is going to get jacked up too, right? So it's going to come into Southern Kingdom too, right? Hey, shalom, brother. Yahweh Shemiel Barakatah. Dude asking if I'm homeless. Hell no, man. We doing this work. The word says go out there on the highways and byways and preach this word, right? You know, this is something that your pastors should be doing, but they're not. And how you know that they don't have the word? Because they're not doing what we're doing. They're not telling you the full truth, right? They say one of the easiest professions to be into is to be a pastor, right? Because all you got to do is just lie to the congregation. All they say is yes and amen, and just keep it going. You know, they just, you know, the people eat it up. The Lord said true wisdom is out here on the highways and byways, right? I thought so. It might be, because this is a whole bunch of people on my last live stream, brother. Lights Out Devil Shalom, brother. It's a whole bunch of people on my last live stream just popping up on it. Now, I've never seen before. So it probably is. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, matter of fact, let me get one of those scriptures. This is Proverbs 1 and verse 20. Wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the street. She cried from the chief place, a concourse in the openings of the gates. In the city, she uttered her words, saying, how long will you simple ones, will you love simplicity, and your scorners delight in their scorners, and fools hate knowledge? And it said, true wisdom crieth in the chief place of concourse in the openings of the gates, right? So out here on the highways and byways, it's where the true wisdom is at. It's where you can find it, okay? Not in the building, right? Where the people is just shucking and driving, just doing their own thing, they thinking that they have the spirit. You don't have the spirit. You don't have the truth. The truth is not in you, right? And it says, how long will you simple ones love simplicity, and your scorners delight in their scorners, and fools hate knowledge, right? They love scorning, they love laughing, they love mocking at the truth. But that's how it's set to be, right? That's how it's set to be. The people to laugh at you. The people not to take the reproof. The people not to understand why you out here. We out here because we're supposed to be out here, right? We're out here because the Lord set us up here to prophesy against the downfall of this kingdom. This is what our forefathers did. And guess what? We are our forefathers coming back, right? I see, because I called and you refused, I've stretched out my hand and no man regarded, you see? Because you'll have a whole bunch of people that walk by that just don't want to take heed. A lot of our people, hey, we speaking to you, Jakes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Speckled Bird, right? You don't want to hear it. You still want to dance to the tune of this man Esau, Edom. You still want to think that there's a glimpse of hope within this kingdom. You already see what's happening. This man's in office, man, he's already on it. He's already issuing orders out, already messing up people's lives, you know? And he's on it. Now also goes into the devil of north that he has but a short time to rule this earth, right? The Edomites behind the scenes are giving them orders. Hey, let's get this done. And it's really through the spirit of Yahweh Shemiel controlling them on the left-hand side, right? Let's see. Matter of fact, that was Salakia. That was yeah. But ye have set a knot of all my counsel, and with none of my reproof, you wouldn't take no reproof, wouldn't take no correction. Just like Amalek, he wants yes man around him. Amalek wants to be praised around him. The article that I just read, right? They want nobody talking against this man, right? Because when you have criticism, when you don't have yes men around you, right? You can reflect on, and you can take criticism, and you can reflect on yourself how to be a better man, how to be a better ruler, right? But this man doesn't want that. Now, of course, when we're in our kingdom, we're going to be perfect. We're going to we're going to be perfect. The heathens ain't going to like that ass whooping that we're going to give them. But that's all right. You know, they're going to see that our kingdom is perfect. You know, they're going to look at this phantom regime. It's like, man, you know, look back upon it like, man, that man was, he wanted to rule over ashes, man. He was out here polluting the planet. Out here doing his own thing, man. Check this. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear of coming. So that's coming, man. Right? The Lord is going to use his man, and we're going to be laughing at these people. Right? Because these people don't want to take heed. These people want to do whatever they want to do. Well, guess what? You're going to be laughed at. That's not my words. That's the words of the Lord. That's through the Spirit. Right? So whether you like it or not, man, hey, these things are going to come to pass. Let's see if I get some more. So yeah, we had that article. I'm gonna bring this out again too. And this was in 2023. I remember when they brought this out. It says Trump plans to bring back firing squads, groups of executions if he retakes the White House, right? And this was well, shoot, it's 25 now. Well, it's 2 years ago now. Like I said, I remember when that was brought out. So these are the times that we in, right? Talking about deporting people, talking about locking them up, talking about sending them to Guantanamo Bay. Hey, if you ain't making your call and election sure, you ain't ready for the times that come, right? We expecting these things to happen. It's going to be an everyday thing, right? Says Trump says U.S. will send some migrants to Guantanamo Bay. Out of hell, man. Elder Malcolm had did a lesson the other day about you have a whole bunch of people that they said was a part of 9/11 and other things, and they sent them to Guantanamo Bay, and it's just other unrighteousness, man. Right? Some of them may have had children and a family, and it's been over 20 years, and they haven't been able to see their families, man. This man is the most wicked and most disgusting man upon the planet. They got to be taken out of power, man. You know? So when we're in our kingdom and this man is crying, why me? Why is this? Why am I? Why is all this hell coming upon me? Well, you know why. You wicked, right? You were made to be wicked. You love wicked acts. You love condemning the just and justifying the wicked. This is why you getting that destruction, man. It says Trump ordering a review to identify, punish, and deport anti-Sims, including students on visa. Trump set to sign dangerous anti-order targeting students. It's really targeting the man of the Lord at the end of the day, and some of Esau, Edom's people. Once again, right? He doesn't even want his own brothers talking about him, right? You against him. You ain't for him. You against him. And he wants to do away with you, man. He wants all praise. He doesn't want any resentment. And that's all right, man. You can continue to be in that pride and boastful state. Well, let's see what's going to happen unto you, man. Right? Let's see what's going to happen unto you. I'm going to get a Sirach. I'm going to get Sirach. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this is Sirach 10 and verse 14. The Lord Yahweh Shemion Shah had cast down the thrones of the proud princes and set up the meek in their stead. This is what's coming. Who's the most powerful man on the planet? That's Amalek. Very prideful. The Lord had plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place. Right? This is what, once again, who is the lowly? That's us, man. So we just have to endure what we have to endure. Right? Have to endure what we have to endure. And the Lord has in store for us great things. Right? The Lord overthrew the countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundation of the earth. He took some of them away and destroyed them, and he had made the memorial to cease from the earth. See, this is what's coming. Because they're thinking that their kingdom is going to be here forever. It's not going to be here forever. The Lord's going to cast it down. It's not going to be remembered. Our kingdom is going to be remembered forever and forever. Right? It's going to be taken down. As I get right here, this is pretty much one of the points that I want to get in verse 18. Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. And this man is very prideful, the most prideful man upon the planet, right? Once again, if you ain't for him, you're against him, and rightfully so, right? He wants a whole bunch of yes men. He doesn't want any resistance, right? And so with these orders being pushed out and we seeing how you move, hey, best believe the other nations is looking and seeing that, hey, you advocate for mass murder. All right, you look at what Amalek is doing over there. What Amalek is doing over there, he's out there murdering people, man. Justifying it. Over there taking out school buses, taking out little children, taking out hospitals. Okay? Oh, a general was over there. Hey, we got to take them out. No. That's wicked, man. Right? Because in the frame of the battlefield, you will have a set place in which you will fight. Right? Especially in the ancient world, you have a set place in which you will fight, and then winner takes all, winner takes the booty, winner takes the spoil, right? Now, this man is so wicked, he got to hit you down low. All right, a matter of fact, last year, we saw where he attacked them, what was like 3 in the morning or something like that, right? This man moves like a bitch. That's why he got to be taken out of power. He doesn't fight fair. And guess what? The Lord ain't going to fight fair for you. Hey, it's going to be an utter beatdown when the Lord get his hands upon you. Let me see. Salakia. Let's see, verse 19. They that fear the Lord YASHAMIAHLA are a sure seed, and they that love him an honorable plant. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed, and they that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed. And so are we out here on the highways and byways, man, making our calling and election sure, right? This is a commandment, right? And we pray to the Lord that we're an honorable plant, that we're an honorable seed in the sight of the Lord. While Jake out here still looking for an inklet of hope within this kingdom, they're a dishonorable seed. They believe in everything that pastor tell them. They're a dishonorable seed. They're not calling upon the true name of the Lord. You know, because you got this another Grandmaster J character, right? Because and it's crazy because when the brothers brought it out, I had just had a conversation with this 2/3, or appear to be 2/3 at the moment. You know, they want to clown people for not siding with Grandmaster J. Like, if you don't know who this person is, you know, yada yada yada. The black people, hey, our people is doomed, man. Like, you dumbass, man. That nigga didn't do nothing for us. He was nothing but a damn agent. This other dude that's coming up, he's nothing but a damn agent, man. And you got our people cheering for this nigga, man, following this nigga, right? Hey, that's how I set it up anyways, right? Over there bugged out, saying shalom and asama. You know the you know how the Muslims and greet them, right? The Lord said he's not an author of confusion. This man coming with that confusion, man, right? My brothers, my sisters, you know, coming with those smooth, buttery words, man. And we just give it to you, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. We understand that only the elect is going to get it. We don't come out here advocating violence, man. As a brother had said earlier, right? You cannot fight a spiritual problem by physical means, just roughly paraphrasing what the brother said, which was a beautiful phrase, man. You cannot fight a spiritual problem with physical means, man. It takes spiritual to fight spiritual. This is what we're doing out here, making our call and election sure spiritual, right? Because Esau, Edom, he was given the blessing of the sword. What's going to beat the blessing of the sword? Spiritual power, right? The Lord had put this man up on high. So when we get that power, when he sends his son, a great humbling is going to be brought upon this man, as I was reading in Sirach 10, right? A great humbling is coming upon this man. Matter of fact, I'm going to go up. Sirach 10 and verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of the prudent is well ordered. We don't see this place being well ordered. You got men wanting to be women. Women wanting to be men. Matter of fact, they said within that Black Hawk crash, right, the helicopter, you had a transformer woman, which is a man. You know, you part of the military. You know, we can see clear as day that Babylon the Great is just all over the place. It's not well ordered. The Lord wants men to be men and women to be women. But that seems to be a foreign concept over here in Babylon the Great. You know, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So it's showing you the manner, all right? If he's a wise king, the people are going to be wise. If he's a wicked king, the people are going to be wicked, right? The people are going to move wickedly. And just in these last 10 years, even, we can see the downgrade of these people's minds, man. I remember, because I was watching a video last year, you know, it was Joe Biden. They was actually condemning the alphabets. But then you fast forward, right? A couple more years, they advocated. And then what you see, a whole degrading of this country, like even faster and faster, right? That wormwood, right? The great decay of this country, the great decay of these people's minds. Like they are truly bugged out of their minds. They thinking that they're right in their own hearts and their own content. But check this in verse 4, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And who's that one that is profitable? That's Yahushua, none of Yahushua, King David. And then 144, right? And then the elect, right? This earth is yearning for new rulership. Matter of fact, as you read that in Isaiah 14, let's get that real quick. It's Isaiah 14 in verse 4. Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, saying, how has the oppressor ceased? the golden city cease. You know, we out here on highways and byways, and eventually we're gonna see a very even more decay of this place, man. How has it ceased? You know, it's definitely gonna be brought down. The Lord gonna send those ICBM missiles onto this place. The Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Your power structure is gonna fall, man. He that smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is so persecuted and none hindereth. Who is this man? At the very top, that's Esau, Edom, right? The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feather is come up against us. And who's that fella? That's Esau, Edom, right? So it's going to be so much rejoicing, so much peace that even the trees are going to be rejoicing. You see them back here. Right now they look dead. Well, it's over here in Babylon the Great. So all this is going to be left as a perpetual wasteland before all the other trees, right? And the other continents and our homelands, right? They're going to be bursting in joy, right? Because this man just be destroying trees just to be destroying. I remember, what was it, a couple years ago in the Amazons, right? Ruffling up the feathers of our brothers and sisters down there, right? Just destroying the Amazon habitat down there, right? Just because. Having fires in which you go into the ecosystem of the Amazon, we need that, right? We need that. But this man is all about chaos. This man is all about destruction, right? He got to do it. He got to do it. So guess what? The Lord got to do it to you too, man. He got to throw you into captivity, and rightfully so, right? Because Jake create, you destroy, right? So guess what? Destruction is going to come upon you, and rightfully so. You need it, man. But yeah, I'm going to end it right there. Yahweh desires the edifying lesson. I want to give all praises going on to two. Yahweh, Ba'ashum, Yahushua, Ba'ashum, Rukah, Quadash, the monster of the apostles, the monster of the elders, the great millstone, Reuben, and Wa Abba Baba Shalom.